getting to the point, but taking the scenic route to get there. This is the Bottom Line Podcast from 100.7 The Score.
I'm Mike Hebert, owner of Cantex Roofing and Construction. Every day is game day, and we'll get it right when it comes to your roofing, construction, windows, and mirrors. Call Cantex Roofing and Construction today. Together, we are one serving you.
Hey, what's good? Happy Friday, good afternoon, and welcome. This is the Bottom Line on 100.7 The Score, the 100.7 The Score mobile app, doubleTSportsNetwork.com, the TV, Fox 34 News Now. Hi, Mom. Lots of ways to take us in, however you're doing. So on this Friday afternoon, we welcome you alongside Josh Faupel. I'm Chois Woodman. Ben Porman across the way taking care of us. You can also chime in, join the conversation. Tell us what you want to talk about. Anything and everything, welcome. I'm not drunk, but it sounds like it. On the Yates Flooring Center chat line through that 100.7 The Score mobile app. Carry the app anywhere with you, even listening here out on Spirit Lake in Iowa.
Better than yesterday's.
Better than yesterday's?
Yeah.
Well, it's still spooky-ish.
Oh, yesterday's was, I think it was like
some Bloody Gulch.
Yeah.
Spirit Lake, I believe, is in a Johnny Cash song.
Spirit Lake?
I think it is in the I've Been Everywhere song.
Cool.
Could be wrong on that.
I couldn't
There's
correct
a Crater
you.
Lake. Spirit Lake. Yeah, I think it's in there.
I
Maybe.
Genuinely probably know 3 Johnny Cash songs.
I genuinely think you need to expand your horizons a little bit.
Well, you watch more movies.
Well, Josh
Calm
is...
down.
Whoa! Johnny Cash is the greatest artist of all time.
Hold on.
No, it's true. That's a fact. It's not.
Hold on.
We could bring it back in most interesting fact of the day later, but it is a fact.
It is I've Been Everywhere. It's not like Spirit Wake's not a song title itself.
Right, but it's in that song, right?
Right.
Okay. That's what we're checking on. Hey, we'll talk some football. This is one of those weeks where it's like we're kind of talking football for the Red Raiders. There's not a lot to break down in the matchup, though. It's just there's just simply not. This is a matchup where no, I think you got to throw, with all due respect, if you throw that out there, you can say whatever you want after, right?
Okay, yeah, right.
I mean, anything.
I could say, I said with all due respect.
Exactly. So, with all due respect, Texas Tech can play with its hands tied behind its back tomorrow and win the football game. And usually I get a lot of flack for being the jinx, and I've said statements like this week, and no one is worried about a jinx. No one's worried about a jinx because that's how rough this OSU team is. I mean, you've got a ton of players that have entered the portal early, including one of the quarterbacks. You've got a wide receiver starting at quarterback for this team. It's the worst statistical defense in the conference. It's the worst statistical offense in the conference, going against the best in both of those categories as well. So it's a horrible, horrible matchup, and it's the largest point spread we've ever seen in Big 12 history.
Wild.
So when we talk about this game, it's largely just storylines like, okay, does Texas Tech bounce back? Okay, how much do you bounce back? Not do they, but how much are you bouncing back in this game? What's Will Hammond looking like?
Yeah.
Can he get his first win as a starter? Yes, is the answer. So, yeah, it's injuries, those sorts of things are part of the storyline, but you're hunting for other storylines than an actual game itself because, Josh, this is no different than playing Oregon State or Kent State earlier this year.
Wow.
I'm serious. I think it's that much of a chasm between the two teams. I don't really feel like I'm going to have to eat my words on this either. Like, we start to look for, okay, what's too many points given up? How many points should Texas Tech score? Those sorts of things. So we'll get into some of those topics. You can bring us your questions and comments regarding the Red Raiders and the Pokes coming up here throughout the program as well. We'll talk some NFL. Dallas Cowboys. Are they back, baby?
No.
In a playoff picture?
Are you asking me?
No.
Because I'm gonna.
I was looking for some confirmation there, but
I don't think you're gonna like my answer.
what?
Well, he is a Packers fan. What else would he say?
Well, I don't think Packers are looking particularly great, even though they technically lead.
I was about to
division.
say they have like the 4th or 5th best odds to win the Super Bowl right now, which is
That's fine.
that's just because no one knows who's anything in the NFL right now.
Well, and in particular the NFC. But
Yeah.
Yes, correct.
But before last week, everybody was saying that about the AFC too.
Yeah,
Until
that's
the
fair.
Chiefs were super dominant. And I still need to see it twice from the Chiefs, or a couple times in a row. Anyway, so yeah, we'll talk some National Football League stuff. We'll get into best job openings out there in the land of college football. Sports betting, gambling, anybody? Do we see... I'm curious to see if we see... the NBA and NFL, they've got partnerships that are well compensated with these sports betting sites. Do we see states come back on it though? Because there's 38, I think the number is 38 states where you can gamble from your phone.
Mm-hmm.
I'm curious if we see some states where they're like, this is getting too crazy. We're seeing too many athletes participate, and where they pull their own state legislation back. Because you still can't do it in Texas.
Right.
We're one of the ones you can't. So I just feel like something has to be put out there, but who knows? Who knows? It's still just crazy, the headlines we had yesterday and the sting by the FBI and hundreds of people involved with this stuff. So
And that might be part of like the big initiative with whatever comes of this FBI probe investigation, whatever. That might be like a big push by the states.
Could be.
Once more names come out, once more arrests are made and stuff like that.
it's a Friday home game, so we'll have a pick 'em today. How are you feeling about your picks?
I never feel great about picks.
You don't even know what we're picking right
No.
now. So, and you're already saying that you don't feel great.
Well, actually, I feel fine. I mean, I don't.
It's fine. There's
It's
no tiny wheel
it's
for these
fully
picks.
inconsequential to me, so that's fine. And I'm not very competitive. as a
Actually,
person.
we only have one tiny wheel spin possibility, and it comes from that chair. So, if you lose, then
Yeah, right.
Rob is going to have you spin their tiny wheel. He's currently working on a. Collier had to eat some Vienna sausages on air today.
I heard about that. He asked me if I wanted sausage water, and I was like, I really don't.
It's called meat juice. Come on, Collier. And
I think he did say meat juice. I
Okay,
don't think
good.
he said sausage water.
sausage water
Yeah.
somehow sounds worse than meat juice. It does. Yeah. So, and then Rob's currently working on a rat tail that he's growing out. So,
Interesting.
ready to see the finished product on that.
Bringing you the truth, or something like the truth. This is the Bottom Line Podcast from 100.7 The Score.
Happy to be part of your Friday afternoon. It's the Bottom Line on 100.7 Score and the 100.7 Score mobile app. Choice Josh, Ben with you this afternoon. Keep the commentary rolling in on the Yates Flooring Center chat line. Back to some of those thoughts momentarily, but right now we pick games very ably, hopefully. All right, Josh, you get to go first
Great.
because you deserve it. I'll go second, Ben third. So far, Matt has picked most of these games with me. Matt and I have been 500 flat.
Great.
Both of us. The producer chair is 10 games under 500. So Ben has some serious catching up to do here. And we're just going all straight up on these picks, nothing against the spread. Therefore, there will be one freebie. We'll take a score on it.
And for the record, it's been a while since I've been here, so I haven't seen what's transpired on what led this chair to be under 500.
Logan has picked a couple times. Roman once. Maybe Brennan once. So it hasn't gone very well. But we'll see.
So I haven't been here to see it. That's the thing.
We'll see if Ben can pick it up. We'll find out. All right, we're going to start in the National Football League. Packers at Steelers. This is for you.
Okay. I don't have faith in the Packers, generally speaking, so I'm going to pick the Steelers.
They're playing Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I pick Steelers.
Josh is going Steelers. I'll take the Pack.
Same here. Steelers have lost to Cincinnati and Seattle.
Yeah.
Seattle 31-17, Cincinnati 33-31.
Yeah, the Cincy gave the Steelers all they could. The Steelers gave Cincy all they could, though, and that was. I don't think the Packers are going to give.
Then you had
back.
the Joe Flacco and Aaron Rodgers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I'm going Pack.
Dallas Cowboys at Denver Broncos.
Broncos.
I mean, you acted like that was like, why would you even ask me that question?
I would most of the time probably pick against the Cowboys.
Cowboys are going to win this game because I know my fandom is a Cowboy. Lives in, they do things to give you hope.
Mm-hmm.
This will be the hope moment, and then they'll tear it out.
This is going to be
a nobody team.
This is going to be the once a year that they drop 50 on another team and then score 6
terrible.
The next game.
Except the Cowboys have been the best offense in the league and also the worst defense. So, that'll be it. Ben?
And in case you've been living under a rock, in recent history, the Cowboys have suffered against the Broncos.
They have.
And with that being said, yeah, their offense is the best, but their defense is a mess. I'm going to go Broncos. Continue the streak.
A&M versus LSU in Baton Rouge. Number 20 versus number 3. A&M's 3.
Yeah. I don't want to pick A&M, but
Then
I feel
don't.
like I shouldn't pick against them.
Okay.
I'll go A&M.
LSU wins this game. You and I are opposite on 3 consecutive picks.
How about it?
There's going to be some ground made up.
Not only does A&M win this game, but this goes to 7 overtimes.
We can only hope.
That's pretty
Only hope. Missouri plays at Vanderbilt in a ranked matchup that no one ever saw coming.
Let's pick Vandy.
You got Vandy?
Yeah, why not?
I'll pick Vandy as well.
Vandy.
Hopping on the train myself, Diego Pavia's going up in the Heisman rankings, and we'll see what they can do as the 10th ranked team in school history, isn't it? Or have they been there in like the 50s?
Something I don't remember. I don't remember what the stat was, but interessante nonetheless. I'm going to pick a random. We're going pretty random on this one.
Okay.
For Big Ten. Illinois, who's ranked number 23 at Washington.
I like Illinois. I'm going to pick Illinois.
Okay. I do not like Illinois. I will take Washington.
Rad.
Give me the Illini. The Washington's defense is a mess right now. I don't trust them.
Okay. Kansas State at KU in the Sunflower Showdown.
I don't know about either team. Let's say
Kansas is a 3.5-point favorite right now.
I'm glad you said that because I was going to pick Kansas, and I think I'm just going to double down on that. Since
Okay.
they are the favorite, I'm going to go Kansas.
I'll take the home team favorite as well.
As much as I want to, that also means that a hot K-State team is hosting Texas Tech the next week, and if Kansas State comes off a win, then we can catch them on their heels right when we need them to, because this is the toughest 2-week stretch of the season, and you want to be prepared to get to Arlington as much as possible.
So you got K-State?
K-State.
BYU at Iowa State. Undefeated BYU. Iowa State's a 2.5-point favorite.
I don't know how, but I'm going to pick BYU, though I really really want Iowa State to win. I don't think they have a chance of winning.
I'll also take the underdog. Give me Brigham Young. Now, can I change my pick on the Kansas game? Clint just gave me like a thumbs up walking by because he heard us pick.
Nope.
Okay. BYU, Iowa State.
I'll give it to you if you really want to change your pick.
I'm just kidding. BYU, Iowa State.
So Chris Level probably told you that these next few weeks are probably going to be the time where you're the biggest Iowa State fan because they host both BYU and then Arizona State the following week.
Yep.
So, again, my heart as a Tech fan wants to go with the underdog, but BYU is just – they just find some way to win, even if it's luck.
Lots of ways.
The Arizona game proved it.
I don't believe my rooting interest has anything to do with the outcome of the game.
Houston at Arizona State.
Who's gonna? Oh yeah, well, that's what we're doing. We're picking Arizona State. No shot.
I think Jordan Tyson being out is a much bigger deal than people are making it. That being said, I think ASU edges Houston in this game. It's going to be a close one.
It is in Tempe, so give me the Sun Devils.
Baylor at Cincinnati.
Cincinnati. I'll go as far as to say Cincinnati, I think, beats BYU, beats Arizona State. Like,
They don't play Arizona State. They play
who am I thinking of? Iowa State? No.
Iowa State plays both. Cincy plays BYU.
I think they're gonna.
And Utah still.
Oh, that's what I was thinking
They
of.
don't play Tech. Sorry, they play BYU and Utah.
That's what I was thinking of. Okay, yeah, I think they're gonna win both of those games.
I'm really tempted to pick against the Bearcats here because Vegas knows something. That only being a 3-point line, but I'll go with the team that should win, Cincinnati.
I'll take the Bearcats.
Okay. So we've swept on the last three after being quite different. And then we're going to sweep on the fourth, too. Oklahoma State versus Texas Tech. Are we?
Yeah.
Give me a score here.
I think it's going to be something like when Tech starts letting gets the gas off. Not actually. It's just, player rotation and stuff. I think Oklahoma State will score 10.
Okay.
And Tech will 44. I'm not going to go as high as 50 or whatever, but yeah, 44.
44-10. I'm going to stick with my score from earlier this week, and we're going 62-7 Tech.
Same here, sticking with my score, 63-zip. Red Raiders.
63-0.
If we were going Baron Morton to Will Hammond, my score would probably be higher, but we're going Will Hammond to, well, not that rotation.
No, I don't think Morton will play. I think we do see Mitch Griffiths in this game.
Yeah, exactly. So,
heck, I don't know. Do you go beyond Mitch Griffiths? Do we see a fourth string quarterback? Again, this is a not good Oklahoma State team. With all due respect. Dang it, you can't say it after. All right, y'all keep the comments rolling in on the Yates Flooring Center chat line. Steven says, good afternoon, Cho-Cho and Flip-Flop. Are you Flip-Flop?
Yep.
When did this happen?
You are today years old to find that out, Choice?
Yeah,
I started subbing in for Jamie. I started.
You're a flip-flopper? Or you just wore flip-flops?
I have done none of that, probably.
Oh, okay.
I might have done the first part, but actually I literally just did. But I don't know how he came up with the name, but he just started calling me Flip-Flop at some point. This is a Jamie nickname.
Getting to the point, but taking the scenic route to get there. This is the Bottom Line Podcast from 100.7 The Score.
The Bottom Line on 100.7 The Score and the 100.7 The Score mobile app. WTSportsNetwork.com. Yours on TV. Fox 34 News Now. Lots of different ways to take us in, however you're doing so. We are glad you've decided to make us part of your Friday afternoon. I like Fridays, Jamie.
I do.
That's Jamie Lent.
Like Saturdays better.
Okay.
I was listening to you guys earlier, and it's interesting. You had kind of talked about how it feels crazy because you're just such a prohibited favorite, in this game.
Very much so.
It really does not feel like a football Friday.
It kind of doesn't. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
with you. It just kind of
Yeah.
Is this what I'm saying? This not really even tongue in cheek. Is this what the SEC feels like this late in the season when they have their rolling bye weeks, playing against
Well, I can tell you,
Alabama State?
it's
or,
exactly like what we feel like when we played the first two at least games of the season.
Right,
to
but
me,
it's a
but
lot
at least it
different
was
at the beginning
before
of
the
the
season.
Yeah. To me, there's still the excitement of we got a new football season here when you play teams that are bad.
You remember how
front.
much I disliked the Big 12 SEC Challenge in basketball being at the end of January, but at least then you were playing a
real team.
A good team.
Yeah.
At least they had that.
Yeah.
Sometimes you're playing a good team. I mean, but
it does have a strange feel to it. I'm with you. Like
yeah, it's just really odd this week, and it's nobody's fault but Oklahoma State's. It's just.
Yeah.
I mean, who else can you blame?
Well, Mike Gundy some, but but he's not.
They're donors.
associated
They're
anymore.
donors for not dishing out
Donors.
cash and buying on players. I mean, I don't know.
You think Gundy ends up somewhere?
I hope not.
You know he's going to end up here as an analyst or something. I actually wouldn't be shocked if he ends up on a staff as an analyst somewhere.
Okay. I hope not. Just I don't know. I mean, if he wants to coach, I'll be happy for him to do it somewhere. But there's also part of me that's like, dude, you're an Oklahoma State legend. You know, just let that be who you are and
Just walk away.
just end it like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, again, if he still has the passion for it, then be happy to watch him go be an analyst for Baylor or,
Not here,
Sheboygan State. I mean, I wouldn't be mad if he was here. I'm not dying for it, but
Sure.
I wouldn't be mad about it.
Yeah, I think it's a weird feeling because I'm serious. I think that's kind of what it probably feels like to Alabama fans when they're playing Jackson State. Wrong example because that's a decent program. When they're playing Jacksonville State on a late October, early November game.
There's just been so many entertaining, exciting games, and all of a sudden you're just like, slam on the brakes. We're going to go back to non-conference play where it wasn't fun.
I'm not mad at it because
I'm not mad on it because
You
Oklahoma State has put many a whooping on you over the last few, however many years, 10, 15 years. So to turn the tide a little bit and make it sting for them, I'd be all right with that.
I think that's where my fandom lies, Jamie, is once that game's kicked off tomorrow, I want to beat the ever-loving snot out of Oklahoma State because of some of your results in recent history.
Yeah.
So
Fair enough. I mean,
I will still have some excitement for that.
Yeah, I'm not saying I don't have excitement. I'm just saying it's different than what we've had the last couple of weeks.
Someone says the weather outside feels more like a football day.
That's fair.
It does,
Yep.
yeah. Chois and Jamie back on the air for a Friday. Bring it to close the day. Wreckham Tech, 45-10.
Okay.
I think my expectation is that you're going to hang 50. Again, it's a defense that's given up a lot of points this year, and I think Tech's offense is going to be in attack mode after you struggled a little bit last week. So I'm not saying that Coach McGuire or Mac Leftwich or anybody's trying to run up a score, but I think a lot of coaches view blowouts differently than they used to. I think, Jamie, if you basically let your team play however you want through the third quarter in a blowout, and including keeping on throwing the ball if it's your backup quarterback in the third quarter. So backup in this game could be Mitch Griffiths.
Yep.
So I if you put up 50 points in three quarters, I wouldn't be shocked. And then really run the clock game in the fourth quarter. But I don't know. We'll see what the
Just
approach
one of those
is.
games that want to get, kind of get through it healthy, win big, get some style points. Maybe you get Will Hammond some really important snaps and experience, which helps you moving forward. and do all of that somewhat quickly, because if it's a blowout, that tends to not be as fun to watch.
Yep. Someone says this is what radio sounds like when you're looking forward to next week. We're not denying it. It's the truth. I mean, I don't believe this team is looking beyond this game because you just came off of a loss. But I think even if you are looking beyond this game, you still could beat this team by 3 touchdowns or more.
Hope so.
Hope
so, but you have plenty to gain by this game again with, getting some things right and getting Will Hammond some important snaps.
Someone says, I blame them not being able to use the QR codes on the helmet as the downfall.
Is that what it was?
Do you remember that?
Yes. It wasn't very long, right? They just did it for 1 week, didn't they?
Because remember, we were talking about how strange that was in the world of college football, and that OSU was kind of one of the front runners in this whole NIL game.
Okay.
And the irony of them falling behind so hard because of the NIL is crazy.
Remember, just go over the history of the last 4 or 5 years in NIL stuff, and for example, remember one point Mike Gundy told his team, this was a big deal, told his team, all right, the season has started, I'm not talking to agents anymore. And we were like, what in the world is happening?
I do.
What in the world is happening?
That, yeah.
I remember when the player signed with Miami in basketball, and it was reported signed a 2-year contract with the University of Miami. Seems like he went from Kansas State. Am I wrong there?
He did go from Kansas State. Gosh,
and I just
what is his name?
It just broke me a little bit inside.
I remember that. Yeah.
It just was okay.
Because it was a reported number. I think it was 800,000 over 2 years. That was.
Yeah.
That's gonna help me with the name. Nigel. Not Nigel Pack. Nigel freaking Pack. According to
yes. Really? Did that just happen?
Yeah.
And when we got this 5-star offensive lineman, say his name, Ojo.
I think it's just
Felix Ojo.
Ojo. Okay.
Yeah.
When he outwardly stated, this is about taking care of my family, and this from a high school kid, and it's. I don't expect him to lie, or don't think he should, and I appreciate his honesty or whatever, but this is what it's about now. This is crazy. This is just so different.
Very different.
So different.
Very different.
Yeah.
Bringing you the truth, or something like the truth. This is the Bottom Line Podcast from 100.7 The Score.
Appreciate you hanging out with us on a Friday afternoon. It's the Bottom Line on 100.7 The Score and the 100.7 The Score mobile app. Get back to some of the sports gambling stuff going on. It's pretty wild out there in a little bit. Right now, also going to talk some NFL, Jamie, since we've got our rolling bye week here. But Heartland College Sports, a Big 12 dedicated website, has posted the top 5 things to watch in Week 9 of Big 12 football.
Top 5 things?
It's got 5, yeah.
Okay, so it's not this game, that game.
Well,
it's
yeah, they kind of are. These games, they just list it as that. We've got, it's a most important game, under the radar game, upset to watch, player to watch, and then Big 12 After Dark. So it's
okay. So do I get to guess?
Elements of games. Yeah, you start with the most important game.
Most important game is BYU at Iowa State.
You are 1 for 1, sir.
Okay.
It's important to both teams, obviously. Iowa State gets eliminated from Big 12 contention with a loss.
Yeah.
So it's really important to them.
To stay in the hunt.
BYU, obviously the only fully undefeated team. One of 2 Big 12 undefeateds. So, big game for the whole league and the implications.
Yep, no doubt.
Under the radar game.
Under the radar game is Baylor at Cincinnati. No, it's not under the radar. I will take Kansas State at Kansas.
There we are.
Yeah.
There we are.
Yeah.
It's partially because it's an 11 a.m. TNT game, but also both teams have 2 conference losses, and this being a rivalry is not getting as much hype because K-State has won almost all the time in this rivalry.
16 in a row, but I remind you
What
that
do we?
Kansas has an 11-game lead in the rivalry. So that means at one point they were up 27 games.
Yes, it's crazy. So are we? I know what we're rooting for because of the people we're surrounded with. What's the best for Texas Tech here?
I think I agree with you and what you said earlier this week that the possibility of Kansas State losing makes the possibility of them just kind of packing it in.
Yeah.
And so you get a team that's not fully motivated next week, whereas if they win this one, all of a sudden they're like, okay, we got a chance. We're still in this thing. We just got to keep fighting. So, I mean, I've never been a Kansas football disliker at all, and I've always liked Lance Leipold. Had a lot of respect. Think he's done a great job. But man, he has made that program really easy to dislike. The way
Almost overnight.
Everything went down, and I agree with some of the things that he said about the situation here in Lubbock, but I don't agree with him not making allegations and not coming back out, and when they knew it was to not be true, that Kansas did nothing to admit that.
Yep, you've got to do something publicly there.
Yeah, and they've not done
even
any.
if you say we're handling it
in-house,
like just making any
they
sort of
basically they went Jose Altuve and basically said, I didn't do anything wrong, nothing to see here.
Nothing to see here. Yeah.
Okay. Meanwhile, if you just admit, okay, I jumped to conclusions, shouldn't have done it, then you feel differently. But I did not like how he handled that, and so I've gone from kind of really respecting him and thinking he's done a great job, and he still has done a great job. I'm not going to deny that, but he's easy to dislike now, which ultimately I even like his quarterback. But he's made that team easy to root against.
All right, upset to watch. I don't think you're going to get what who wrote this? Matthew Postins wrote here. Upset to watch.
Oh, I'm guessing what he's going to say. Houston at Arizona State? No. Surely he's not saying Colorado at Utah.
No. But it's a similar line to that one, I think.
TCU at West Virginia?
TCU at West Virginia.
No way.
West Virginia's really bad. We'd be talking about how terrible West Virginia is if it wasn't for how awful
If you watched
OSU
any of that
is.
UCF game last weekend,
Yeah.
I mean, they made UCF look like superstars.
So
Like, that was a team that was one of the best in the conference.
the reasons he puts behind it is because Morgantown is historically tough, and TCU's coming off their big win over rival Baylor, so the hangover effect of going on the road to Morgantown.
Yeah, there's some good points there. I just think West Virginia's
I think that
right now really not a good football team.
agreed.
Again, they stood no chance against UCF. I don't know what the final score ended up being, but
49-17 or something.
Oh my goodness!
It was really bad, and
To
UCF
a team that
is
had lost 3 in a row, right?
UCF's pretty solidly number 14 in
the
this league too.
yeah.
Yeah. So there's a pretty big gap between 14 and 15 and 16.
Yeah.
In my mind, Houston. Oh, I already just blew this one. I read the who's the player to watch. So you know who it is from. Biggest player to watch this weekend, according to this piece.
Well, so it's somebody in the Houston-Arizona State game. I would just pick the 2 quarterbacks.
There it is. Connor Wegman is who they have.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wegman.
If he has a big game, do they have a chance? I don't know, man.
I think he has to for them to have a chance because I think their defense can hold, especially a Tyson-less Arizona State, down a little bit. But I think Wegman's got to play a really good game because the Houston offense has been patchy at times. So if he has a big game, I think that they've got a chance to win this one. But we'll see.
By the way, UCF took down West Virginia 45-13.
45-13. I think the 49-17 was the OSU Cincinnati score last week.
Okay.
And then Big 12 after dark. Obviously, you don't get to guess at this one because there's one game. It's Colorado at Utah. I mean, it's just the game that's on late at night. I don't expect there to be a lot going on here.
No, I expect that one to be a blowout. I feel like we've had some really good late ones.
Yeah.
And feels like this week we're not necessarily going to get that disappointing. Usually we get back from the Tech game and have a good one to watch. I guess Houston and Arizona State could provide that, but I'll be getting to bed early on Saturday night.
There's a duck or a rapper on the chat line. He says, Jose Altuve didn't do anything wrong, Jamie.
A duck or a rapper?
It's labeled the Drake.
The Drake. Oh, okay.
A male duck is a Drake. Okay.
I did not know that.
We're all here to learn, Jamie.
Okay. It's also a college, right?
It is a college. I could have gone with the college as the third.
You have to read my comment to that texter.
I'm sorry I couldn't hear what you were saying over all the buzzing coming in from your text. Well done, Jamie. Did not even read that. That was great. Jamer, it sounds like Chois is hearing something about a Tech blowout. Hearing something?
Are you hearing something? Gosh, that was funny.
What's that from?
Last Friday morning when, I don't know why it made me laugh so hard, but Jeff predicted that Baron Morton was not going to play, and we had heard all week long it was all Baron Morton, and Chuck said it in a way that made it sound like, are you hearing voices in your head? It's basically what it sounded like, even though he said, are you hearing something? That's what it sounded like to me, and it just cracked me up. Sometimes certain things just, I don't know, one of those you had to be there moments.
Yeah.
It just really cracked me up.
I heard it. It was in y'all's bold statements.
Bold statements, yes. Yeah.
It's the bottom line.
I thought Jeff was crazy. Guess who was crazy? Me.
Question of the day up next on 100.7 Score.
Bringing you the truth, or something like the truth. This is the Bottom Line Podcast from 100.7 The Score.
It's a Friday afternoon at Bottom Line. 100.7 The Score and the 100.7 The Score mobile app. Choice, Jamie, Ben with you. About an hour and a half more. Keep those comments rolling in on the Yates Flooring Center chat line. We'll return to a handful of them here shortly. Got a couple lists for Jamie on a Friday. And right now it's time for our question.
Time now for Jamie's question of the day on 100.7 The Score. Brought to you by someone not named Jamie and presented by Connecticut of West Texas. Life's hard, your water shouldn't be.
All right, Jamer.
Yes, Choice.
Ben, our fine listening audience. This is a somewhat what-if question. But, Jamie, if the Dallas Cowboys were to go and beat the Broncos in Denver this weekend, where they're a 3.5-point road underdog, if they were to go get a win, what does that mean for Dallas? Or I should probably phrase it, what does it mean for your outlook on the Cowboys?
I think you want me to jump here. I think you want me to go overreaction Friday here.
It's true. We're not on a Monday, so
and
it's not allowed.
I'm sorry to disappoint you, Choice. I don't think I'm there yet. I do think last week was a step forward if they can play that way on defense. I think there's no question that they can play that way on offense. I think there's no question that they probably have like a top 5 or 6 offense in the league. But I have to see.
Number 1 according to the stats.
Yeah, I've got to see the defense play well for more than one game. I mean, you're coming off a loss to Carolina. And Carolina's not terrible, don't get me wrong. They'll probably beat Buffalo this weekend. But you gave up 30 to Carolina. So I got to see it more than one time. Was that about the Cowboys or was that about the Commanders? Because the Commanders did not look good at all.
They did not, no.
I don't think the Commanders
Their
have really
defense
looked.
Is bad.
Yeah, I don't think the Commanders have looked really great all season long. I think you're putting a lot of eggs into that one game basket. And I would, if the Cowboys go, they don't even have to go and win. But if the Cowboys go there and to Denver, and it's an entertaining game, and the Cowboys give up, 24 or something like that, and lose 24-20 or whatever, I think I'm already in the camp of saying I wouldn't predict it, but I still think they have a shot to be a playoff team. Okay? I'm already there now, just because of how good their offense is.
Yeah.
And also the fact that the rest, with Washington not being as good, and that helps. With the Giants not being great, that helps. Eagles are not as dominant as they were, okay? The way the Cowboys offense can score, I would not be surprised at all to see the Cowboys win that next game with the Eagles, especially with it being at home. So, yeah, I would tell you if they go there and play well, I think I'll continue to feel like they're a team that can make the playoffs. I am not ready to jump to they're a playoff team. I'm not ready to jump to they're a Super Bowl contender.
Okay.
Okay.
You said okay. Well, yeah.
And I wonder a little bit about this league is very confusing this year, right?
Very much. So.
The Broncos were getting blown out. They should have gotten beat by the Giants at home last week.
Absolutely.
When they were getting blown out by the Giants.
Huge meltdown by the Giants.
Yes. So I don't know how great they are, but honestly, besides the Chiefs, I don't know how great anybody is.
And I don't even know if it's the Chiefs because we're putting a lot into one extremely
No,
dominant
they've
game
looked good. They've looked good for 2 or 3 weeks.
Well,
though.
they lost the week before that.
Yeah.
Didn't they? They lost to the Jaguars the week before that.
Was it the week or 2 weeks before?
2 weeks before that.
Yeah.
Because they beat the Lions. That's right.
Yeah, but you can't expect guys to tackle a guy who falls down and fakes like his hair's long and gets up. And
I thought we were past talking about Jordan Tyson. Long hair and falls. Okay. Ben?
You mentioned that Giants game. That end result was 33-32, but that still doesn't change my viewpoint that I had before the season even started, and that was major disappointment, especially defensively, because, yeah, you got pass rushers like Jadeveon Clowney, Kenny Clark, all those good guys there, but the outlook on the rest of the season, I can see the aspirations of a playoff team coming to pass for the Cowboys. The division could help them in that regard, but sure, their offense is Dak's playing at an MVP level, but if they're not stepping up defensively, it's still going to be a long season for them.
And that's where it was really nice to see what the Cowboys did last weekend, right? They were better against the deep ball. Now, how much does it factor in that the Redskins were missing 2 key receivers?
And Jaden Daniels goes down.
Jaden Daniels, I just don't think he's looked as good this year.
Hey, we're seeing the same thing.
Yeah.
The C.J. Stroud thing. We're seeing the sophomore slump with Daniels.
Yeah, it's so.
Which is very real in the NFL.
Yeah, no doubt. And so I worry. I don't know. Maybe that was a lot about the Commanders and not as much about the Cowboys. But it's. I don't know. I just felt like they played. I also wonder if it was about the fact that Trayvon Diggs was at the house. Okay. That didn't make him
Helps.
better also. I don't know. Was he on the sidelines? I don't know.
I'm sure he was.
I don't know.
I think you said putting too many eggs into one game's basket with the Commanders. I wouldn't be doing that if they beat the Broncos. I'm counting 2 in a row. So
yeah, because you're saying there that the Broncos.
So
Broncos
this is all hinging off the Broncos game for me. If the Cowboys were to go on the road and beat the Broncos, who I consider a good football team, didn't play that well last week until the fourth quarter. But
okay, so who are the 7 right now that are going to make the playoffs in the NFC? Okay, so can we put the Eagles, Packers, Lions,
Packers, Lions,
Buccaneers?
Yeah,
that's 4.
But the Bucs looked a lot different without Mike Evans.
No doubt.
So I'm
and then you
hesitant.
got 3, 5, and 2 teams in the NFC West. That's a crazy division.
Yeah,
I don't think any of them are great, but you figure 2 of those 3, right? So there's 6. So there's
Sure.
one more spot. Could it be the Cowboys? It feels like it could.
It could be, but I almost feel like this is, I don't want to say an elimination game, but this is a huge swing game, hinge game for the playoffs for the Cowboys. You don't want to put it all on one basket on one game, but I do think that when you look at what they've got remaining on the schedule, that's where I'm like, I can only count about, they're sitting at 3 wins right now. Broncos would be 4. I don't count much more than 6, maybe 7 potential wins after that. So, and who knows? Maybe they play better and keep on. The Cowboys should get to, if they beat the Broncos, they should get to 6 wins because they should beat the Cardinals the following week and they should beat the Raiders on the road after that. So you should get to 6-3,
Mm-hmm.
and the confidence goes up from there. Look, the offense can only carry you so far. But this offense has been really good.
Yeah, when it comes to this year's NFL, it's elite.
George Pickens has been way better than I would have thought. I thought he'd be a good number 2 receiver. He has been a good number 1 receiver without CeeDee Lamb, and you've got pretty well 2 number 1s with how they're playing. So I don't know if it's because Pickens hadn't done this part prior in his career, so I don't know if it's Dak that's making Pickens look better or the other way around, or maybe both. But if the offense can keep playing like that, and maybe they found something defensively last week, then maybe this team does have a chance to revive the season a bit. But we're just talking about making the playoffs. I don't think they're much more of a contender beyond that.
Then again, history says in recent years the Cowboys have been on the wrong side of tail kickings to the Broncos.
Only 14 in a row, Ben.
That's all.
Getting to the point, but taking the scenic route to get there. This is the Bottom Line Podcast from 100.7 The Score.
It's a Friday afternoon on the Bottom Line. 100.7 The Score, the 100.7 The Score mobile app. On TV, Fox 34 News Now. The YouTubes, the Fire Sticks, the Rokus. Lots of ways to take us in. However you're doing so, we're glad that you've decided to make us part of your Friday afternoon. Alongside Jamie Lent, I'm Chois Woodman. Ben Portman across the way taking care of us. Y'all keep hitting us up if you'd like to. Thoughts, comments, questions, all of it welcome on the Yates Flooring Center chat line through that 100.7 The Score mobile app. Take the app anywhere with you, even if you're out at Massacre Pond in Maine.
Massacre Pond?
Yeah.
Okay. In Maine.
In Maine. What do you think they killed there? A bunch of pigs?
You know when you drive to Denver, there's a long stretch of road there where there's nothingness in Colorado, and it's beautiful, and it's absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah.
But then you come up
South
on
of Colorado Springs, yeah.
Yeah, you come up on a spot where it says there was a massacre. Yes.
It's been a little bit since I've driven to Denver.
Yeah,
A couple of years,
and every
but I
year
can't-
I'm like, oh, what was that about? And I always look it up, and I always forget what it's about.
Now you've got me super.
Yeah. And I want to see like a made-for-TV movie about it.
The Sand Creek Massacre?
I can't
that it?
remember. It doesn't
It's
sound.
a national park area. I don't know.
I don't remember.
It has to do with Indians. Yeah, I think that's probably it. Now I'm very curious. I want to learn more about it.
Mhm.
I really like Texas history is probably number one to me. And like Revolutionary War history's up there, but Southwest history really has started to grab my attention a lot. The Colorado, New Mexico, Texas stuff. Yeah.
I think I've told you this before. Being a former, just being a New Yorker.
Uh-huh.
Okay, I don't really feel like I'm not a New Yorker anymore.
Yeah, you're
It's
a
just-
Texan. You've been here
Okay.
long enough.
There are certain parts about me that make me a New Yorker. We know that.
Can you speak like one?
Forget about it.
That's the least enthusiastic. Forget about it I've ever heard. Okay.
What were we just talking?
I don't know. You set Ben off. With your,
What were we talking about?
New York. I was talking about I said you were a Texan. You said being a New Yorker.
I
This is
totally
what I get
forgot
for
where I
asking
was.
you to.
I know you totally
me
threw me off. I
No.
forgot what my point was going to be.
That's my bad.
I'll see if I.
I was ready for a good
I
story too.
feel so old. Oh, I know it was.
All right, we got
Okay.
it.
Okay. So I moved to
back.
Texas my junior year in high school.
Okay.
Okay, moved to Texas my junior year in high school, and they make me take Texas history. Okay,
Yeah.
and I'm like with freshmen.
Yeah.
It's a freshman class.
Let's say
Okay,
it's-
so already I'm frustrated that I have to be in a class with freshmen. Okay, but also like. You people, like, who has Texas history?
You
In New
mean-
York,
You mean y'all?
in New York, we don't take New York history. Okay,
Yeah, y'all don't have good enough history.
right? Let me finish. And so I'm like totally annoyed that I have to take this class. By the end of the class, I was kind of like, hey, that was kind of cool. Okay. Now, as an adult, I look at it all and I'm like, Texas history is so much more entertaining than any other state.
Well, yeah.
And I totally want to go back and take the class and pay attention this time.
You didn't pay attention.
I totally want to go back and
man.
take it.
Yeah, like
Way more
there's a
entertaining.
ton of great history
There's,
in Texas.
I mean, I'm sure there's great history in every state, but
Yeah.
it just feels like Texas has so much more to offer.
See, you are a Texan. You're coming over.
No,
You're coming over.
I'm both.
Speaking of
I'm
states,
both.
I got a list for Jamie of the states that have the most gold diggers. No, we're not talking about miners here.
Oh boy.
ER or OR.
I'm sure California's at the top, right?
California is number 4 on the list. This is a compiled by a divorce coaching company.
Divorced coaching.
Divorce coaching company.
What does that mean, Choice?
It's something called Split Up. Divorce, paternity,
Coaching you to divorce?
how to handle divorce. Which I guess is just like a law firm, basically. Anyway,
Why don't they turn their efforts into coaching you to stay married? How about that?
that would be a good idea.
Is
Be a
that too
great
much
idea.
to ask? How about I don't know, learn to
Get over
work
it.
together.
Get
Forget
back.
about it.
There we go. So they looked at several financial factors like concentration of millionaire and billionaires, hourly wage, and cost of living in each state. And they combined that with the dating app behaviors and online searches for phrases like sugar daddy, sugar mommy, sugar baby, and marry rich. So they did this.
Tell me the names again. Sugar daddy.
Sugar daddy, sugar mommy,
Mama.
sugar baby, and marry rich.
Sugar baby.
So states that are searching for these things the most. Florida is number 1 on the list, followed by Nevada. Texas is the 3rd most gold digging state,
Goodness.
probably Midland, Odessa alone.
Yeah.
And California is 4th. New York's 5th. Mostly the populous states. Colorado was 6th. Georgia, Tennessee, Maryland, and Indiana. The least gold digging states out there. This is the place you don't go if you're hunting for a sugar daddy. Vermont. And then Nebraska.
I would have guessed like Wyoming or
Oh, that's 4th.
Okay.
Montana was 3rd. Wyoming and Maine. So again, It just sounds like they're going with the most populous states on these. So
Okay, well, I was going to tell you I'll be sure to avoid those states, but
I was about to say those are states you want to go to.
Well, no, I was going
Montana and Wyoming.
I'm missing the whole rich part of it, so I don't think
Oh.
anybody's going to be coming after me.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm very
Big
sure.
radio salary in Wyoming's. That's a big deal there.
Okay.
Jamer, that's me. I wish I would have paid attention in all my history classes through the years because now it's interesting to me. It's funny how that.
Yeah,
That
I mean,
works.
like history class and all that was not my thing at all.
Yeah,
I was more of a math and an English guy. Shirley was not a science guy.
I was much more of a history guy.
But I totally am way more interested in the history part of things now.
Yeah. Y'all continue to chime in on the Yates Flooring Center chat line if you'd like to do so. We welcome it. We take your score predictions as we are on the cusp. Again, doesn't feel like it that much because of how big of a favorite Tech is, but we have a game day tomorrow. Optimum Game Day Live will get underway at 7 a.m. We'll have a 3 o'clock kickoff between Tech and OSU. What is the retribution, Jamie? What's the score got to be for Texas Tech to feel like they've avenged that 66-6 massacre back in 2011?
67-5.
Okay. Well, that's 2 points. You don't just want to be 1 point better?
Huh?
That was 2 points
No, I want
better.
us to score more. I want them to score less.
Okay. I don't want a 5. I don't want us giving up a safety. Unless it's a punter running out of the back of the end zone in the last seconds of the game just to run the clock out. I'm okay with that.
Okay.
That'd be all right. Because then it kind of rubs it in their face even more.
This has been the Bottom Line Podcast from 100.7 The Score. Go to 100-7thescore.com for more from the Double T Sports Network.